Welcome to 20 or so minutes of yoga. So we're gonna get started on our hands and knees. Namaste. We're gonna get started in a tabletop position where our shoulders over our wrists, our knees are hip level apart, hips right over our knees. We're gonna pull our abs in, round and flex your spine for cat, and then we're gonna drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, look up to the ceiling, let your belly hang for cow, back into cat, and then cow. Just moving my pelvis, tucking your abs in, and letting the belly hang. We do a couple more. We're gonna come back into cat, tuck it all in, into cow, let it hang, back into cat one more time, then back into cow. Don't lock those elbows, and then find that neutral tabletop. We're gonna tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, releasing into a short downward facing dog. Shoulder blades pulled back, ears between your shoulders. We're gonna come up from the back of your right toes, and then switch. Release your right heel, come up from the back of your left toes. Just a moment to stretch out those Achilles. Stretching out that plantar fascia that surface along the bottom of your foot, your feet. And then we're gonna slowly come up with the balls of both feet, and then releasing your heels, pulling your knees back, just ease into that stretch. We're gonna walk those hands back to join your feet. Hands on the mat, or grab opposite elbows, so your choice. Pull your knees back with your sit bones up, let your head just hang. Then we're gonna slowly inhale, circle sweep up. We're gonna bring your feet together, and then we're gonna just lean to the left, press your pelvis to the right. We're gonna come up to center, lean to the right, press your pelvis to the left. I'm gonna come back to center. I'm gonna bring your hands around behind you, so if you can, interlace your fingers and press your wrists together. If not, you can grab your wrists, roll your shoulders back, feet are together, and then lift that bind away from you. Just opening up your chest, breathe. Coming, releasing, then one more time, pulling back. Just a chance to stretch your chest, those shoulders. Then we're gonna slowly release. Inhale, circle sweep up. We're gonna hinge all the way down for forward fold. We're gonna walk forward into our first plank. So find that plank position. Press your feet back, belly pulled in, shoulders right over your wrists. We're gonna slowly shift forward and release into chaturanga, through to cobra, and back up into downward facing dog. Once more, we're gonna come forward to plank. Feel free to come to your knees. We're gonna slowly release, squeeze those elbows in, through to cobra, and back to downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna hold downward facing dog for a moment, releasing your heels, pull your shoulder blades back. Think about creating a deep upside down V position. And then we're gonna lift your right foot back, just stretching it out. Left heel is still reaching towards the ground. We're gonna bring that right foot back and switch sides. So trying to press the right heel, and then just lifting your left toes back, maybe towards the back of the room, maybe towards the ceiling. We're gonna come back to downward facing dog, forward to plank, shifting forward, elbows are tucked in. We're gonna keep your core engaged. We're gonna slowly release, leading with your nose slightly, through, into cobra. Now bring your big toes together, press your sit bones back for child's pose. So feel free to come to this resting pose whenever you like. Breathing, just pressing your sit bones back a little bit further. Just ease into that wiggle. And then tucking your toes under, back to downward facing dog. We're gonna step the right foot back for three-legged dog. Now we're gonna bend your right knee and have your right heel come over towards your left hip. So you're just rotating through that right hip. Left heel still reaching towards the ground. Straighten your right leg. Now bring your right foot forward between your hands. The space in my garage is really small. So both sets of toes facing forward. Here's your lunge. And then we're gonna walk your hands up onto that right thigh. Now bring your shoulders back, arms overhead, and find that first tall lunge position. Press your left foot back. So nice long straight lines. Thumbs at heart center. We're gonna bring those hands back down inside your right foot and step back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come forward to plank. Here's your chaturanga. Breathe through to cobra. and back up to downward facing dog. We're gonna step that left foot back. So pointing your left toes towards the ceiling, right heel still reaching towards the ground. Then we're gonna bend your left knee and have your left heel come over towards your right glute. So you're just opening up that left hip. We're gonna slowly straighten your left leg. Bring your left foot forward and place it between your hands. So take a moment, both sets still facing forward. If you need to shift and walk those feet a little further apart, then we're gonna come down to bring your hands under that left thigh to bring your shoulders over your hips. So feeling that groin stretch, then arms overhead, looking forward, and draw that right leg back. Just a moment to pause, feel the stretch, feel the work. Looking down, you should be able to see your first toe and your second toe of your left foot. Then we're gonna slowly bring our hands to either side of that left foot, step back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come forward to plank. Shifting forward, here's your chaturanga, breathe. Through to cobra, and then big toes together back into child's pose, so drop your sit bones back. Just wiggle back for a moment. You can stay here as long as you like. We're gonna tuck those toes under and back up into downward facing dog. We're gonna step that right foot back. So three-legged dog. And then we're gonna bend that right knee, right heel comes over towards your left hip, opening up that hip. We're gonna straighten your right leg. Now take your right foot out towards your right side. Slowly lower it to the ground, just tap the ground with that big toe. Control it back up. So you're creating a half circle, back up to three-legged dog. Bending your right knee, bring your right foot over towards your left hip to open up that hip. Left heel still reaching towards the ground. We're gonna straighten your right leg. And once again, slowly leading with your right big toe, bringing it towards the ground. Come on, control it. You're firing up those hips, touching the ground, and then slowly coming up. Don't let the swing happen, control it. Then we're gonna step your right foot forward for lunge. Take a moment, setting up both sets toes facing forward and draw your left leg back. Then you can walk your hands to that thigh or sweeping up. So your choice of your transition. Draw your left leg back, thumbs to heart center. You're still looking forward. Draw the left leg back. We're gonna hold here for 5. Just take a moment to really feel the work, the extension, the stretch. And then we're gonna slowly bring your pop up a little bit, and we're gonna twist to the right. So we're gonna bring your left elbow across that right thigh and look over your right shoulder. If you need to, feel free to come to your left knee. Otherwise, the left leg is nice and extended. Breathe. We're gonna release your hands to that prayer position and reach your right hand behind you and your left hand forward. Then we're gonna slowly swing up into that lunge position. Arms are overhead. We're gonna cartwheel those hands down on the inside of your right foot and step back to downward facing dog. You can choose to stay here. We're gonna do chaturanga, coming forward to plank. Here's your chaturanga, control it. Through to cobra, and back up to downward facing dog. We're gonna step that left foot back. So releasing your right heel towards the mat, pull your right knee back. You can choose to stay here, bend your left knee, left heel's gonna come over towards your right hip. Just opening up through that left hip. The right foot is still well rooted. And you're gonna slowly start to straighten your left leg. Now bring your left leg out to the left side. Slowly, letting that left toe coming towards the floor, touching it for a moment, and then slowly coming up. It's easy to swing the leg, trying to avoid that. And then we're gonna bend your left knee. Left heel's gonna come over towards that right hip, so you're gonna rotate that hip, lead with the knee, and then we're gonna slowly straighten that left leg back up. And then come out to the side with control. Breathe. Coming down, touch, control it, and then back up. Breathe, 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 breathe. Don't swing. We're gonna bend that left knee for one more rotation of that hip. Straighten your left leg. And now we're gonna step your left foot between your hands. So one or many steps, whatever you need. Really nice space between your feet. Extend the left leg back. And then you can choose to bring your left hand onto that thigh or just come up into tall lunge. So your choice. Trying to bring those shoulders back so you feel the right groin stretch. Draw the right leg back, both sets toes facing forward. Thumbs at heart center. Shoulders back. Now we're gonna come up, and then we're gonna bring your right elbow across that left thigh. So here's your twist. Breathe. Again, drawing that right leg back unless you choose to come to that knee. You can choose to stay here, or take your left hand behind you and reach your right hand forward. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then we're gonna slowly swing up into tall lunge. And then we're gonna cartwheel those hands, either side of your left foot, and step back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come down to our knees, back into child's pose for a moment. Press those sit bones back. Hopefully your hips are feeling a little bit more warmer. So just wiggle back, settle in, walk those hands forward, starfish hands. So separate your fingertips, your middle fingertips are pointed forward. We're gonna press your thumbs and your little fingertips into the mat so your hands are well rooted, and then pull your shoulder blades back. Feeling a stretch across your upper back. And then we're gonna tuck your toes under, back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come forward to plank. We're gonna pause for a moment, so hold that plank. Shoulders over your wrists, press your feet back. Pull your core engaged. And we're gonna lower yourself halfway down. Feel free to come to your knees just halfway. We're gonna press back up into plank. And now back to downward facing dog. We're gonna step the right foot back for three-legged dog. We're gonna step your right foot between your hands. Here's a lower lunge, but flip your left foot. So really rooting your left little toe, and then bring your arms up. So here's warrior one. If you need to, you can shorten that stance. So squaring your hips, looking forward, and reach up. So your choice of where you want your feet positioned. And then you're gonna turn and come into warrior two. So stack your shoulders over your hips. If you need to straighten your right leg, just take a moment to find. Arms are long, palms are facing down, fingertips together, and then eyes are over your right hand. So ease into that lunge. Kind of take a moment, just listen to your knees. You're rooted through that left little toe. Powerful warrior arms. Pull your belly button in. And we're gonna flip so your palms are facing up. We're gonna reach forward with your right hand. So reach, 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 we're gonna flip it. Bring your left hand back behind your left leg, and reach your right hand up. So here's your reverse warrior. Having a nice stretch along your right side, still maintaining that lunge position. And then we're gonna slowly cartwheel those hands, turn, so both sets of toes are facing forward, back in that lower lunge, and step back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come forward to plank. Pause for a moment, we have halfway down. Pause, squeeze those elbows in, press back up to plank, and back to downward facing dog. We're gonna step the left foot back. So three-legged dog here, and then we're gonna step your left foot forward through lower lunge, one or many steps. Then you're gonna flip your right foot, and bring your hands up. So here's warrior one again. Shorten that stance if you need to, but trying to square your hips, your shoulders. And we're gonna turn to warrior two. So we're gonna turn. So shoulders over your hips. Feel free to straighten your leg. Take a moment to kind of find that wiggle. Whatever you need, but you're gonna look forward. Look past your left hands. Pull the right knee back. Shoulder blades pull down. So pull them down. We're gonna flip so your palms are facing up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Looking down, I can see my left big toe, pardon me. Now we're gonna reach forward. So take your torso and reach. Then we're gonna flip it, bring your left hand to the ceiling, and bring your right hand back behind that right knee. You're gonna keep that left leg in a lunge position, just stretching the left side of your body, reach your right hand down. So it's active, you're not just hanging out. For a reverse warrior, we're gonna cartwheel those hands on either side of your left toe, turn and pivot your right foot. So now both sets of toes are facing forward, and step back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come forward to plank. We're gonna come halfway down, pause. We're gonna press back up. Now you have a choice to repeat that. Halfway, we're gonna come all the way down and press back up. So your choice. We're gonna still meet in lunge, plank, and press back to downward facing dog. We're gonna step that left foot back for three-legged dog, and releasing your right heel. So point those left toes to the ceiling, just stretching it out. We're gonna bring your left foot back. Same thing to your right. So just giving a moment to feel the stretch. Reach, reach, reach. And coming back to downward facing dog. Forward to plank. We're gonna slowly release all the way down, controlling it through to cobra. Shoulder blades pulled back, rooting your hands, press your feet. Take a moment in cobra. Now bring your hands off the mat. Squeeze your elbows in, but rooting your toes. Lifting one more rib up. We're gonna slowly release, tuck your toes under, and back to downward facing dog. Forward to plank. So we're gonna come halfway down, half chaturanga, back up. You can repeat that, stay here. You've got full rower, so come down, press back up. Now shift forward, here's your chaturanga, through to cobra, and then back to downward facing dog. We're gonna step the right foot back for three-legged dog. We're gonna bring your right knee in towards your nose, pause for a moment, step back to three-legged dog, right knee, right elbow, look forward, step back to three-legged dog, right knee, left elbow, look forward. Now feed the right foot through. Turn those left toes the same direction as your right. Bring your left hand up. Try not to dump the weight into your right shoulder. Lift up with that left hand. We're gonna slowly bring your left hand back to the mat. Turn those left toes forward and thread the right through back. Find your downward facing dog. Forward to plank. Choose to stay here. We're gonna come halfway. Back up to plank. Now we're gonna come all the way down. Press back up, feel free to come to your knees. That reverse. Now shifting forward, here's your chaturanga. Through to cobra. And back to downward facing dog. Are you warm yet? In my cold garage, I just got warm. Okay, now we're gonna step your left foot back. Releasing your right toes. Left knee in towards your left elbow. Look forward. We're gonna step your left foot back. Left knee in towards your nose. Pause around your spine like we did in cat at the beginning of class. Press back up. Left knee, right elbow, look forward. Then thread the left foot through. Turn so those right toes are the same direction. Reach your right hand up. Try not to dump the weight into your left shoulder, but reach up. Bring your right hand back down. Turn those right toes forward and kick your left foot back. Bring your left hand back down, left foot back down. We're gonna come down to our knees and press back into child's pose for just a moment. So this is a neutral stretch. We're gonna slowly come up. We're gonna take your right hand and thread it underneath your left. Come down to your right shoulder, right cheek, and drop your sit bones back. Just a chance to stretch out that upper back, your shoulders, breathing. And then we're gonna slowly, coming back from thread the needle, back to child's pose. Again, this is your neutral position. Press those sit bones back. We're gonna come up, we're gonna take your left hand, and we're gonna thread it underneath your right, palm facing up, dropping the left shoulder, left cheek. Drop your sit bones back, walk your right hand forward. Just a chance to stretch out for a moment from all those chaturangas. We're gonna slowly release, back in that child's pose, that neutral position. We're gonna tuck your toes under, back to downward facing dog. We're gonna step the right foot back for three-legged dog. Step your right foot forward for lower lunge. Flip your left foot. We're gonna come up into warrior one. We're gonna turn to warrior two. So think about shoulders, hips, draw the left leg back. Long, powerful arms, tuck your tailbone under. So I'm able to see my right big toe. Arms are long, we're gonna turn so your palms are facing up. I'm gonna reach toward the right hand and flip it. Here's your reverse warrior. Just giving that right side a good stretch. Then we're gonna bring your right arm inside your right leg. You can rest that right hand up. Others trying to bring it here, you engage more core. Reach your left hand up. Holding an angle pose, left little toe is anchored. Reaching from your chest to your right hand and left hand. So reach, reach, reach. It's engagement, you're not just resting. Then we're gonna take your right hand and flip it back to reverse warrior. You wanna feel the stretch, rooting your left little toe. And then we're gonna cartwheel those hands either side of your right foot. Turn so both sides of toes facing forward and make your way into lower lunge. Draw your left leg back and step back to downward facing dog. We're gonna step your left foot back. So three-legged dog, rooting your right heel. We're gonna step your left foot forward, turn those right toes. So you're gonna make your way into warrior one, trying to bring that right hip forward, right shoulders, rooting your right little toe. We're gonna slowly turn, so you're in warrior two. So bring your shoulders back. If you need to, straighten your left leg. So kind of find that warrior two, palms are facing up. We're gonna reach forward with your left hand and flip it for reverse warrior. Try not to sink into that right knee, pull that knee back. And then we're gonna bring that left arm inside your thigh. Feel free to rest on the thigh if you need to. The left hand's not gonna touch the floor though, but from your sternum, you're gonna reach for your right hand and left hand. So reach, reach, reach. Try not to roll into that right knee. Breathe. And reach, 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 opposite directions. And then from angle, we're gonna slowly come back into reverse warrior. We're gonna cartwheel those hands. As you do so, you're gonna turn those right toes, so both sets of toes are facing forward. Make your way back into a lower lunge and press back to downward facing dog. We're gonna come up on the balls of both feet and just releasing both heels, just a chance to stretch those Achilles, breathing. From here, we're gonna walk your hands towards your feet. So as many hand steps as you need for that forward fold position. Lifting your sit bones up, letting your head hang out. And then we're slowly walk your hands up and make your way into mountain, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, another resting pose. We don't give mountain pose enough credit. Many people, mountain is more forward. So we're gonna take a moment to roll your shoulders back. You're gonna be well rooted through both feet. Tailbone is tucked under and lifting through your crown. Now here, if you need, we're gonna turn. Actually, we're all gonna turn, so you're lengthwise in your mat. Okay, we're gonna bring arms overhead, and we're gonna step your right foot or left foot, depending upon where you're in your mat, out. So you got nice distance or space, both sets of toes facing forward. We're gonna bring your arms on either to your right or left. We're gonna roll your shoulders back, and we're gonna hinge halfway. So just hinge halfway, keeping that spine parallel to the ground. Pull your knees back and reach your hands out. And then we're gonna slowly come all the way down. Take your hands and grab the outside of your feet. Let your head hang, lift your sit bones up. So just a chance to stretch in that straddle forward fold. We're gonna breathe. Bring your hands down on either side of, underneath the shoulders, let your head hang, lift your sit bones up. Come on, challenge the stretch. You're rooting through your right and left little toes. And then we're gonna slowly walk your hands towards that right foot. Place your left fingertips near the right big toe, and then take your right hand up for that twist. Twisting straddle, forward fold, that's a lot. Try not to sink into your knees. We're gonna slowly release. We're gonna walk your hands underneath your shoulders, pause for a moment at a neutral position, and then walk your hands towards your right, left foot, and then twist. Try not to sink into your knees, pull your knees back, feel the stretch. Breathe. And then we're gonna slowly come back. Hands underneath your shoulders, letting your head hang for a moment. We're gonna shake your head yes and no. So no tension in your neck. Often our neck is supporting the weight of the world on us. We let it hang. We're gonna bring your hands out. Use your abs to bring yourself up. And then we're gonna step your feet together and then pause. So here's your mountain, feet are together. Now we're gonna step your feet out, slightly more than hip level apart. We're gonna root your fingers, root your toes, hands together in prayer, and we're gonna sink down. So this is not a true straddle, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna come all the way down. We're gonna hold this position, the steep squat, trying to keep your heels and your toes on the mat. This opens up and stretches your hips. We're gonna breathe just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, just ease into it. Sometimes it's a lot when we start because we're so tight in those hips. And then we're gonna slowly, you can use your hands or coming up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're gonna bring our feet hip level apart, arms on either side of your ears. And we're gonna sit back into a chair. So chair, not to be confused as squat, is we're gonna drop your sit bones back. So we're looking forward, arms on either side of your ears. We're gonna pull your knees back slightly, so they're not going past your toes. Hands at heart center. And then we're gonna shift forward and lift your heels off the mat. So we're gonna hold here just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna plant your heels. We're gonna come back into forward fold. When lifting your sit bones up. And then we're gonna bend your knees. Inhale, circle sweep up. Hands back into mountain. And we're gonna turn back so we're at the bottom of your mat lengthwise. We're gonna walk those hands down. Pausing for a moment for forward fold. We're gonna walk those hands forward into plank, favorite among many, just joking. We're gonna come down to our knees and we're gonna turn, so we're gonna come onto our backs. So now we're laying on our backs, legs out, hands at your sides. We're gonna pull your right knee into your chest and reach around and just help support that knee. The left leg is nice and long, anchoring your heels with your toes reaching to the sun. Then we're gonna pull your right knee towards your armpit. So you're gonna escape the rib cage. Breathing, we're gonna come back to center. And then let your left hand guide your right knee over towards your left side. We're gonna reach your right hand to the side, anchoring that shoulder blade so the right shoulder does not come off the mat and eyes are gonna follow your right hand. So the right knee does not need to have to come all the way over to the left side. You're anchoring the right shoulder. Pull your abs in. Just stretching out that spine. We're gonna come back to center. Now we're gonna take your right toes up towards the ceiling. So the left leg is long. We're gonna reach around and grab along that calf, the bottom of the foot, use your strap, and just press that right foot up towards the ceiling, feeling that hamstring stretch. We're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna slowly bring that knee back into your chest. And then we're gonna bend your left knee and take your right leg across that left thigh for that figure 4 position. So you're now gonna feel that right hip stretch. You're gonna pause for a moment, breathing. You can choose to stay here or slowly bring your left foot off the mat. Bring that left knee in towards you. You can reach around and thread your hand underneath, but really feeling that stretch of your right hip. So not letting the right knee rotate towards you, keeping that in that figure 4 position, breathing. My harsh garage lights, fluorescent lights overhead. I'm gonna close my eyes, breathe. And then we're gonna slowly bring the right foot back, left leg back. We're gonna straighten those right legs one more time, keeping that left knee bent. Point those toes, and then flex your foot. We're gonna point those right toes, and then flex that foot. You're gonna pull the knee into your chest. We're gonna bring your left to join your right. So both knees in. And then we're gonna straighten your right leg. So now anchor your right heel, right toes reaching to the sun. Pull your left knee into your chest. Pause for a moment. We're gonna bring that left knee over towards your left armpit to escape your rib cage. Breathe. And then we're gonna bring the left knee over to your right side. Reach your left hand out. So anchor your left shoulder, eyes follow your left hand. So here's your twist. Breathe. Right leg nice and long. And then we're gonna slowly bring that knee back to center. We're gonna straighten that right leg. Toes pointed up. Right leg is straight, toes are pointed up. And just reach along your shin, maybe the bottom of the foot. Now flex your foot. So breathe. Perspective is just from right to left. My left hamstring is always tighter than my right. I don't know why. Maybe don't give it as much love. 3 to go. Breathing for 2 and 1. We're gonna release and pull that left knee in towards your chest. Now bend the right knee and anchor the right heel. So we're gonna bring the left leg across that right thigh and just open up. So now you're gonna feel the stretch along your left hip. If this is enough stretch for you, you're gonna stay here. Otherwise, we're going to slowly bring that right foot off the mat. Pull your knee into your chest. Keeping that left knee in that figure four position though. You can thread your hands between that left leg and grab that right thigh to help just pull. Keeping the left foot flexed so it's flat. No ballerina toe here. It's better position for that patellar ligament. And just ease into that stretch for reclined butterfly. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly release your right foot, the mat, keeping your knee bent. We're going to pull your left knee into your chest. We're going to bring the right knee to join your left, so both knees in. You just wiggle from side to side, it's a cheek massage. And then when you're ready, we're going to release one foot followed by the other, letting your heels anchor and then your feet fall away from midline. Hands down to your sides, palms are facing up, letting those shoulders relax into the ground, closing your eyes. And just take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. With each breath, sink a little bit deeper into the mat. Feeling your chest rise and fall. A few more breaths. Thank you for participating in Yoga with Kim. Moving our body is a gift. Moving our body is essential. Bring your hands together, thumbs at heart center, and namaste. Have a great day. Thank you.